Hey guys, so in this video, I didn't realize until about halfway through that my microphone wasn't recording. So luckily the camera was picking up audio, but it is very low. So I had to raise up the volume quite a bit and it sounds very distorted, but it's only for half the video, I think. Less than half the video, but a good chunk of the video. Hey guys, it's Zach from The Awesome Padrona Show, and we are here for episode 3 of Ahsoka. It just dropped on Disney Plus tonight. I'll try not to keep this intro going too long. The last 2 episodes were kind of like an introduction into that prologue that happened at the end of Rebels. It's kind of the scenes that happened before the ending. I don't know if the end of the second episode was supposed to be an exact recreation of the very end of Rebels, but it seemed that way. It seemed pretty exact. Even though Ahsoka didn't have her white robe or small details like that, it did seem like it was supposed to be the same scene. I did see this one comment where somebody mentioned how Ray Stevenson's character and the girl that he's with, Shin Hati, and then his character is named Baylan Skoll, I think. Probably butchered those names. I'm sorry, those pronunciations. But those 2 character names are apparently references to Norse mythology. Yeah, so Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. The references to Skoll and Hati, which are a pair of wolves in Norse mythology. The 2 wolves are forever cursed to chase heavenly bodies, with Skoll pursuing the sun and Hati pursuing the moon. Which is kind of cool when you think about it, because they're both dark Jedi, so they both kind of have the dark and light within them. And they're both pursuing the dark and light, which is Thrawn and Ezra. But yeah, other than that, I'm just glad I watched Rebels. The show really jumped right into it. They really expect you to know these characters and kind of the plot and where Rebels left off. It just kind of assumes that you know all that. So they don't really take the time to explain like who Ezra is and who Thrawn is and all this. I mean, they kind of give you an idea, but not necessarily like who exactly they are. And it's just cool seeing these characters in live action. So I'm just having a good time. I'm hoping this show continues to be good and gets even better as it goes on. So we'll see how it goes. And also, this is my 1 week of the month where I have to go to the office. So I probably look a little bit rough. So just excuse that. Alright, now we are beyond where Rebels was at the end. Are those different forms? I know there's 7 forms for lightsabers, or like lightsaber stances, but I don't know what the names are. I just saw the list of them just a few days ago, but I can't remember what they were.
It's been a while.
Obviously.
I see you still remember the basics. Enough to get by.
Barely.
Yang, let's try something
Think
else.
Yang is not giving her any
Oh,
slack.
that's a cookie. Well, I discovered that according to Hu Yang, I'm the worst candidate to be a Jedi out of every Jedi he's ever known. You told her that?
It's true.
Oh no. I know I shouldn't be laughing,
I
but it's
think it does.
kind of funny.
Agreed.
Yang's a little asshole.
I can't see. How am I supposed to fight? I want you to see with more than just your eyes.
Ooh, like Kanan, when he got
Okay.
blinded and he had to wear something like that
Now what?
over his eyes.
Be still.
Although he's a lot stronger in the Force, but we'll see how this goes.
Do you know where I am? Next to Hu Yang. Are you sure? Very funny. You'd be dead.
I'm Batman.
Anger and frustration are quick to give power. But they also imbalance you.
Pretty good line. Is that Mon Mothma?
Senators.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
How's young Jason?
We just got to see an Andor.
Fine.
Now
In
this
fact, he's on
different time periods, of course.
Most-
It is kind of odd that the actress who plays her, I can't remember what her name is right now. So I'm sorry about that. But whenever she played her in Rogue One, she had the same hairstyle that the actress who played her in Return of the Jedi did. So it made her look a lot like her. And that was supposed to be after Andor. But now this is after Andor and Rogue One. But she has like the same hairstyle that she did in Andor, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of funny how that worked out. But it's just because they these two were shot so close together. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Ezra vanished while fighting Thrawn.
And that you conveniently use a threat of Thrawn's return to acquire those resources that could be put to a more practical purpose, helping the people of our fledgling republic.
Were you ever in the war, Senator?
No.
Just sat back and waited to see who came out on top?
General Syndulla, I'm sure we are all grateful for your... Now, we as senators serve the people of that republic, and I can tell you, they want no part of any further conflict.
You act like we have a choice.
Don't we? I see no enemy. The Imperial fleet is scattered and broken. They have no centralized command.
Unless Thrawn returns.
So I kind of see what they're doing. So are they gonna try to do like kind of like how history repeats itself, to where like they're trying to warn people about this evil that's uprising, but the Republic, well, the new Republic now, isn't listening to them. Kind of like how Qui-Gon tried to warn the Jedi Council about the Sith that he encountered, and they didn't listen to him. It's kind of like it's one of those patterns where it just repeats over and over again. I don't know how I feel about them doing that, because I don't know. I know once wars are won, it's not peace forever, but I feel like I wish there was peace at least for a few decades. This happening a bit quickly, this uprising again. But there's only a third episode, so I'm not complaining. I'm just... and also, I do appreciate the patterns that they're trying to do, how history repeats itself.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war, and that's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is dead.
Of course. Chancellor.
It's interesting hearing them call Mon Mothma Chancellor. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's who she called Chancellor. I'd assume that's who became Chancellor.
Hey, Mom! Is it true?
Oh, they have a kid?
Now,
What?
where did you hear that?
Chopper told me.
She wasn't pregnant in Rebels. It's been like over a year since I finished watching Rebels. I'm getting through it again right now. I'm about halfway through the first season again. I just can't remember if she was pregnant. That sounds vaguely familiar. And also, I don't know why it took me until just now to realize that she was probably thinking about Kanan when she was giving that speech about how her friends had died and everything when she was talking to that guy.
If that's true, then why doesn't everyone use it? Talent is a factor.
Getting into it. Yeah.
Training and focus are what truly
That's cool that they're
define
explaining
someone's
this.
success. Not everyone can handle the type of discipline it takes to master the ways of the Force.
Now she's just flexing.
I only spoke the truth. The Jedi Order would not have accepted her. She is not an acceptable candidate.
By their standards.
Standards
There's not
which
many
were
Jedi
over a millennium.
around anymore, so I don't know if that matters
You
anymore.
realize, historically, there have been very few Mandalorians who ever became a Jedi.
I don't need Sabine to be a Jedi. I need her to be
Well,
herself.
now with the Darksaber destroyed, I don't know if it's officially destroyed forever, but is she gonna forge her own lightsaber now? Her own Darksaber
Fits
now?
right in.
Well, when she's finished training. If she finishes training.
You win this round.
Now, Marok, there's like 4 interesting ideas on who it could be. Obviously, he could be like completely made up new character, but there's 4, like this past week, there's been 4 ideas. Well, I mean, one I've already had, which is Barasafi, obviously. I still think that there's a good chance it could be her, but it probably isn't. But then there's 3 others that I've seen this week that people have said that it could be. One is Ezra, which I doubt it is, but honestly, all these I kind of doubt they are, but it's just interesting to think about. But one is Ezra, one is Cal Kestis from Fallen Order and Survivor, those video games for the PS4 and PS5. But then the last one I didn't even think about, but would be interesting, is Petro from that one Clone Wars story arc where when the younglings made their own lightsabers, they went to Ilum and constructed their own lightsabers. The storyline that Huang is from. All right, well, I just realized my microphone wasn't recording this whole time, so hopefully I can do something with the audio, but we'll see how it goes.
Yang, anything yet?
On the object, no. However, I have several thoughts on everything else going on.
Not now.
Although fact, there won't be a later.
That's really funny.
If I had to guess, I would say it is some sort of hyperspace.
That's what I was thinking too.
Let's confirm that.
The ones that they would go into to go into hyperspace.
See if you can get a little closer.
Are you cross-wired?
Closer, please.
Closer, please. The way he said that is funny. He really looks like Ahsoka there. Those are like Rocket's boots in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I'm tracking something up ahead. Another ship? No. What? What is it?
What's it gonna be? A Purgle? Yeah, it's a Purgle! Where have they been? Off in another galaxy. It's cool to see them in live action too.
Are you alright? Haven't seen those creatures since the day Ezra disappeared.
Been a while.
The Jedi archives speak of intergalactic hyperspace lanes between galaxies, which used to follow the migration paths of star whales named Purgle.
Mighty
The
Purgle.
ones we just saw.
Really? When?
Missed out. I wonder if he's ever seen Purgle. Didn't seem like it, the way he said that. Alright. Well, we finally got to see Purgle in live action, which is pretty cool. This seems like a shorter one. I think it is the shortest one so far. I mean, there's only been 3 episodes, but I think it was like 37 minutes. But yeah, it's a pretty decent episode. It's nice next stepping point in the story. We're getting closer and closer to figure out where Ezra and Thrawn are. So I'm just enjoying the journey so far. My camera is actually about to die right now, so I'm just gonna cut this conclusion short. Which, I mean, there isn't much to talk about this episode other than seeing the Purgle finally in live action, which is really cool. And also it's just cool them explaining how the Force works and how it's in every being. Is just a matter of like the limits in each person. And also it is August 29th, 2023 right now, which is the day, if you've seen the 3rd episode of The Last of Us on HBO Max, then you know what the importance of August 29th, 2023. That's the day that episode takes place. So it's just, I just wanted to mention that because it's kind of a cool little thing. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you later.